What's good, homies? So today we have a very special guest. This is my roommate.
Hi, I'm Yanni's roommate of 3 years.
Yes, this is my roommate, Aaron. And yes, we have been living together for 3 years. And Aaron is actually moving out.
Yeah, moving out this week.
We have lived with each other for a long time. We are super close friends. And today we are doing a roommate tag. So without further ado, we're just going to start. The first question we're gonna ask is, what were your first impressions of each other?
Okay, I remember I met Yanni. I was studying in a dance studio because I guess that's a normal thing to do. I mean, not anymore because people don't really study in dance studios anymore. But I went to go to a dance studio to study with my friend, and Yanni was there, and he was just like sitting there on the side, kind of just like doing his own work and just like paying attention to his own business. But he seemed pretty cool. Yeah, I thought like you were a pretty cool guy. I remember like you looked up and like you were like, oh yeah, and then you like gave like a whole speech about blocking, and I was like, oh dang, and you just like, and you talked about like being captain of AFX comp, and I was like, oh dang, and I was like, I was like, it's a pretty cool guy. Yeah.
Damn, I actually don't even remember that because I suck at blocking. Let's see. I also met you. I believe my first impression and my first encounter was at PCN auditions, and I've never met you, never heard of anything about you, but I felt like you were very mysterious, and I actually didn't know how to make a first impression. So by far, I thought you were super talented because you like picked it up, you like performed super well, and I think at the time I might have heard you were on Main Stacks, which is why I was like, oh yeah, he definitely has street cred. But in terms of like personality and vibe, I was just like, I have no idea. It was just like, I didn't know how to feel good or bad, but I was just like, okay. Yeah.
Okay, so the next question is, what's the most annoying thing your roommate does?
Oh, okay. There's one thing.
Oh no.
Well, it's not consistent. Aaron has left the apartment door open multiple times. Like legit, I would come home and the apartment door is either ajar or open, and I just feel like someone broke in. It's happened enough times where we both are like, this has happened.
This is a thing that happens.
This is a thing. So I'm just like, did someone rob or break into our spot? I would say there's that. There's not a tangible response, but I feel like you have a quiet energy that is, you're literally quiet, but I feel like sometimes I don't know if it's in my head or if it's real, that if like you're annoyed with something, either annoyed with me or annoyed with something that's going on, but I just feel like I feel like I have to like shrink down or like put my headphones on or just like stop doing what I'm doing. And I don't know if it's like, it might have nothing to do with anything that I think of, but I think I could tell when something's up. So maybe it's not an annoying thing. I think it's more annoying for me internally because I'm just like, am I doing something wrong?
Yeah, I guess like that's like a thing about me. I'm not like a very easily readable person. So like, yeah, I guess, yeah, sometimes I'm quiet because like I don't feel like talking, and sometimes I'm quiet because like I'm annoyed. I don't know. I guess like it's just, oh well.
A lot of people do it though. A lot of people.
Yeah. I guess like on the topic of open doors, I never say it, but like I don't like it when you leave the closet door open.
Oh yeah, no, you have said it. No, you have told me.
I have said that. I guess like it's just a thing. No, it's not just like the closet door. It's just I generally don't like open doors. I don't know, it's like a really like strange thing. Like even when we lived in our 2-bedroom apartment, like I didn't like to leave the door open because I just felt awkward about it.
That's facts. It's funny. The closet door is open right now. That's my bad. Okay, next question. It's kind of long, but here it is. Before becoming roommates, what was the thing you didn't notice about each other? Or what is the strangest thing you came to know about each other after becoming roommates?
I guess like is one thing. I guess like that you're like particular about the location of your things, and like I lived with you for like 1.5 years, and like I had no idea, and that like really surprised me because I was like, oh dang, it's like every time I move something, like I have to be like aware of that. So that surprised me.
Wait, that's true. And I usually, I take up space sometimes. Like I have all my stuff kind of like laid out on the main table. Two specific things that like I noticed were things you do. Well, I brought it up first. Like Aaron's like really good with a Rubik's Cube, but Aaron like also has a lot of purposes and intentions for why he uses this Rubik's Cube, which is super dope, but I think it's super iconic for him. And so like when I come home or I'm just like doing work, like I could hear the cube like at work, but that also means that Aaron's at work, which is sick. The other thing too, I had no idea how much Aaron likes ferns and just like plants, and I suck with plants, but like he like loves plants. Okay, I guess the third thing that's kind of strange, but I mess with is that Aaron's a huge fan of Carol Christ. And I never understood it, but I'm in full support because he's my friend.
That's my thing, just Carol Kristen Burns. The next one, how do you avoid tension, fighting, and arguments while living together?
So to be honest, I don't think me and Aaron have had much like tension. I don't think we've actually had any main fights or main arguments, which I'm super thankful for because we've lived together for like basically 3 years, maybe 3.5 years. And I think we're able to avoid it because both of us are pretty direct. I actually like to say that you are even more direct in some ways that I hope to be. So yeah, we've just been very direct about, I think, what would be either the roots of like problems that could explode, whether that just be like mannerisms or like me closing the door and always forgetting. I don't think we ever let anything get too far. So
yeah, bouncing off of that, I don't think like there are any real arguments, conflicts, or anything that we've like actually had. And I'd say like the only thing that I can think of is for tension is like the moments when it kind of just feels like we just coexist, like we're just living in the same space but we don't interact. And I think that's like that's like the most tension that like there ever is between us. But I think like, I don't know, I'm kind of like a conflict avoidant person, but like if something's like really bothering me, I'll just say what's up. Yeah, but like honestly, nothing has ever really bothered me that much, so.
Okay, so for the next question, do you use your roommate's things without asking?
Okay, 3 things come to mind actually. One is your hair dryer.
That's okay.
I sometimes use that without asking. Haha. The second one is the humidifier. I mean, I asked afterwards, but like the first time I used it, I was like, I'm just gonna go, yeah. And then the third thing is the fan.
That's chill. There's nothing consistent, but I have to be honest that, well, I think actually it was a case where I used the thing, but then I asked you, I got your response later. But I needed to wash clothes, so I used I used Aaron's Tide Pods, and I've never used them before, so I was like freaking out. But after I like literally finished folding my clothes, Aaron was like, oh, you can use my Tide Pod. And I was like, great. I think I also used some quarters, but I also got the okay.
Yeah,
but nothing too crazy.
The next question is, what is the dumbest thing you did together?
All right, well, I feel like this is my fault, but I felt pretty dumb. For my birthday last year, I wanted to have this big gathering of folks, so I scheduled something for Dolores Park, and Aaron was the MVP roommate because he literally was with me like almost the whole day. And I say this is the dumbest thing because no one showed up to Dolores Park. I brought drinks, I brought blankets, I brought a speaker, and it even rained a little bit, and it's a long commute from Berkeley. So yeah, we literally just went back to Berkeley after basically taking the L. And I just felt like so stupid, and I was actually so thankful that Aaron stood by my side the whole time.
That was a good time, yeah. Wait, no, I shouldn't say that. We did a dance team together. I mean, I guess, like, I don't know if this is allowed, but, like, I was, like, pretty much living in the apartment without having my name on the lease. Yeah, that was a thing, and I kind of regret it. But you know what? It's in the past, so it's fine.
What was the nickname, Aaron?
Oh, they used to call me Casper, because I was, like, the ghost tenant.
All right, next question. Who is the messy roommate?
Oh, it's me. It's me. I don't think... Wait, what? Did you think
No,
No.
it's Aaron.
Sometimes I just let my life reflect like how my living space is, and it's just everything's just in chaos, and I feel really bad because like sometimes I look over and I'm like, that's what it should be. And like sometimes I don't even do my own dishes, and I'm like, oh no. So like I'm the messy roommate, and I acknowledge that, and I am sorry.
No, I think because I noticed that what I see as unorganized is like when I get super busy, like the way my space looks like on my end models that. But knowing how that feels, and even if that's truthful for some people or not, the messiness has never like bothered me. I've been like, oh, I probably wouldn't get like my stuff to be like that, but it's never bothered me at all because it's just like your space, so you can do whatever you want.
No, like I definitely like should have been cleaning more often, especially like sometimes like you like film like freestyle videos or whatever, and I'm like, oh, I should have. I was like, I should have. Next question.
Yeah.
Is he a sleepy person? I don't think so. I mean, I don't think Yanni's a sleepy person. He's kind of. I mean, he's not really home that often.
Yeah.
So like, I would say, as far as I can tell, no.
Yeah, I would say Aaron's the exact opposite. I think. I think I could count more times I've walked in or come home when Aaron is just like in bed, napping, sleeping. Like when I was a student at Cal, like during the summer, like during classes, like it wouldn't matter what time of the day it was. I do feel bad sometimes when I'm playing video games where I have to like talk like super quietly just to make sure I'm like not bothering me. The second to last question is, what is the best memory you've had with your roommate?
Oh yeah, I think like I was like struggling to like think about like one memory that I was like, oh wow, that is the memory. But like this was like a very early on memory, and it was like the very first party that we threw with like the rest of our group, which we called the Region Ballers, and that was a really like fun time, like a really fun party. And like honestly, I just remember like just like spending the night with like, you know, all the roommates and like everyone else. And it was just a really good time. Okay, I don't know like how to explain a good memory. So
that's actually really good because I would say my answer is almost the exact same. I would say some of the moments that hit most are when we lived in the apartment before this. But I look back at a lot of the parties we hosted, but the fact that we were in a double together and the others were in a triple, I felt like the conversations and the reflections we've had like in that bedroom, like even like right before we go to bed, just like laid the foundation for like this friendship. And like during the time I was like dating my ex too, and she was the third person sleeping in our room, and I was just like, wow, I'm sorry, Aaron, like we just totally normalized this. But in that apartment and through those parties, I feel like I really got to open up to Aaron, and I really couldn't hide anything. If anything, I'm an open book. So that space has allowed me to show Aaron my true colors, and I think that's also the birthplace of where you open up to me about a lot of things, maybe insecurities or fears you may have had as we start to make relationships with everyone in the house.
Those first couple of months were like really important for like, you know, like set the dynamic of what was going to happen and like what the next 3 years are going to look like. And honestly, those were a really great first few months, and like the entire time was like amazing too. But like it's just like I just hold those memories just like so close to me because like that's how I remember you. So yeah, so the last question is, what are you going to miss most about your roommate?
I could start because you did the last one. There's not one thing. I think it's just the fact that there's no one else like out there in the world I could honestly say that I've shared space with for 3.5 years. Probably the most important and pivotal 3.5 years of like my life so far. And the fact that you have heard, seen, like, you know, all my mannerisms, you know, like who is dearest to me, you know, what like grinds my gears, what makes me happy. The fact that we won't be kind of sharing space like that anymore is something I'm gonna definitely miss the most. I think I'm gonna miss like seeing you just like sleeping. I'm gonna just miss like hearing you do your Rubik's Cube. And it's not just those specific actions alone, but as we're about to split ways, I know you, like I actually know Aaron, and to connect it from like one of the earliest questions, wow, like you're a mystery to me. Like you were just like this really amazing dancer, and yes, you're an amazing dancer, but I feel like I know you, and you've opened up to me just about like relationships too, and like everything, and to literally share a space like a studio with basically no privacy for over like a year and a half. The fact that we haven't like really fought or anything like that, that's a really rare thing to have. So I think I'm just gonna miss everything about you. and there's nothing that's going to be able to replicate that, but I'm super thankful for all the experiences we've had.
Yeah, like along like the same lines, it's just like we've lived 3 years together, and like that is my college experience right there. I don't know, they're just like so many like little things that like we've picked up on each other, that like you picked up on me and like I picked up on you, and I'm just like, no one's going to know me like that for like a really long time, and it's like I'm gonna miss that a lot. And then also I think I'm really gonna miss your energy, because like I remember like the first year that we lived together, like your big thing was like love and optimism.
Yeah.
And then like now like you're on YouTube now, and like doing your 30-day freestyle challenge. I can't like put like a single like thing, so I'm just gonna miss like living with you, because like this is like amazing, because like yeah. I don't know what to say. I don't know. I'm not like great with words, so yeah. I really appreciate I couldn't have imagined this experience like without you, especially since like I don't know, you've just been like so accepting, and like I feel like I've learned so much from you, and like I feel like I've been able to like grow like as a person like with you around, and like I don't know, like I don't know what to say. Yeah.
Will they get mad if we hug? We hugged already earlier.
I mean, we live together.
Yeah.
We live together. This is allowed. This is allowed.
Aww. Aaron was the first person I hugged since the quarantine, and he's the most deserving of the hug. All right, homies. So that basically wraps up the first and last Yanni and Aaron roommate tag. Having the opportunity to get you on this channel too, and just to vlog this out before we split paths indefinitely, is probably one of the best gifts I think I could ask for. So hopefully you learned a lot about our relationship and what it's like to room with us. As always, please smash that like button because we like you for watching this. Maybe drop a comment of something you found super surprising. And as always, hit that subscribe button. Subscribe for new content every Saturday, 12 p.m. So thanks for kicking it with us.
Coming up, ex-roommate tag.
They'll never find us. Sticks and stones break my bones. Feel like I'm all alone.